Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Western New York. Samuel now to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Allen off the play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now, Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Another one for Cook. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. And that brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Israel Abanikanda on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And this one spits out a little shy of midfield. They're going to be in enemy territory to begin this possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Cook trying this one up the gut. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll get this to Samuel. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Allen on the play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A pistol snap here, Rodgers. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They put a receiver in motion here left. They give on second to Hall. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Von Miller. Give him 5 on that play. Still need 3 times that now on 3rd and 15.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Bills crowding the passing lanes. They've got a dime look here on 3rd down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Blitz coming for Rodgers. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Bills will take over possession. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Complete to Coleman. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10. Here's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They are now set for 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, 4th down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Amendola able to put it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's a Conda on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Finds him on the slant. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hall running between the tackles. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. They get 8 yards, and now only inches to go on 3rd down. We played one here on Christmas Day. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll start out with 3rd and maybe a couple inches at most. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Hall once more. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The Jets take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting a receiver in motion. All gets it again on 2nd down. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Rodgers. Caught quickly on the slant. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off play action, Rodgers. That's Gesicki, he's got it! And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Again, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Cook. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Jets will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their fourth sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
So the Bills going with a dime package now on third down. Here's Rodgers. He throws a bullet to this. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. That one right down the middle. And the Jets tie things 10-10. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Allen setting up play action. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In this? Well, this is what the modern safety is all about in today's game. More and more, we see guys with an interception and a sack in the same game who can line up seemingly in 10 different positions on the field. Almost a positionless defender, yet their impact can be so great.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got time here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This a 54-yarder. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays tied here in the second.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hall takes it straight ahead. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Man in motion here. 3rd down give to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is Cook. This is ahead for about 5. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Cook. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Play action now with Allen. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing from near his own goal line. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Allen on 3rd down. Finds Kincaid. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bills driving. Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Rodgers here off the play action. That's complete to Wilson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the 1st half alone. We're at a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Trying again, following the sack. Wilson's got it. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Rodgers here from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. A flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So that one on the defense and declined, and that brings us to halftime. Let's head to Orlando for our halftime reports and Jonathan Coachman. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Abanikanda on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A pistol snap here, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pressure comes, Rodgers. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Searches, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. A run for no gain doesn't help matters. It's 3rd and long coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Five DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Allen setting up to throw. Stays in the pocket. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On is Tyler Bass for the Bills' field goal try. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's a Conda on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the counter, Hall. And he's bundled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hall. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. It's Hall on the carry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll send him over right. Coming right is Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Play action now, Allen. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. First down throw by Rodgers. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back now, pressure on its way. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers will look to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And in, touchdown, New York. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, ball at the 36. Cook trying this one up the gut. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 39. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. On first down, Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense up to the line fast. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing here, Allen. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To throw again, it's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now run by Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First and 10, here's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rogers. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Hall running between the tackles. And he's brought down up across the 40. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Hall once more. Past midfield to the 45. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 6 yards. Boy, a great spot. 2nd and goal at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. This is Allen on the give. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets make it a 9-point advantage. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Samuel now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Gonna spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're gonna throw. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now Allen. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll go. Allen. He's looking deep once again. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here comes Hall. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send a man in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He goes back to him yet again, complete. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Paul takes it straight ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Hall's gonna try to smash his way in. And he will take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Samuel now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Pressure coming, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Trying again following the sack. Finds Kincaid. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Another try following the sack. He's going to push one deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Hall on the give. And he's brought down for a loss. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The give on second to Hall. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. So Buffalo's going to call its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's a give to Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
First and 10 now from the 30. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Hall. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running this with Hall. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Jets with a 10-point advantage. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, 3rd down coming up. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Buffalo.